A revolution is underway in information technology infrastructure. It's called the cloud, and more small and mid-sized companies are finding their way to it. A company based right here in our region, providing these services worldwide from its headquarters in Warrendale, north of Pittsburgh. Maurice Saluan is Senior Vice President of Sales with Zenith Infotech, and welcome. Good to see you.
Welcome, Bill. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I guess obviously people may not be too familiar with the company, and I know it's had really exceptional growth in recent years, but what, you've been in the region for about 10 years now?
Yeah, that's it exactly. And so we're based in Mumbai, India, and our founder, Akash Saraf, lives there in India, and he actually does telepresence with us to commute back and forth in meetings that we have every day. And so he picked Pittsburgh as a place he wanted to build the company up and have our U.S. headquarters here about 10 years ago, and we started growing tremendously in 2005.
Yeah, how did he find Pittsburgh? Did he go to school here, or was there some company connection to the region?
Did a lot of traveling, and Pittsburgh sparked his interest as being an area where we can get some great engineering talent as far as that goes for a reasonable price, and the cost of living was good. And so he looked at this area and said, okay, I think we could really build a business up in the Pittsburgh area and have the talent we need to get there. So we've gone from 2 people originally to about 110 in our U.S. office right now in the Warrendale office. 2
to 110 in the last 10 years, but what, a lot of that activity's happened in just the last few years, right?
Yeah, the last 5 years in particular. We had about 2 employees for the first few years. We got our feet on the ground, started to get things going, and again, had a lot of false starts, and we finally took off in 2005. And we work with technology service providers in the background for them. So we grew from 100 technology service providers that we work with to 5,600 nationally.
Okay, so, and I guess what the timing ultimately, you guys were kind of there with a solution at the time this whole cloud computing thing really began to take off, what, about 5 or so years ago, right?
Right. So we've been on the forefront of that, so we can actually manage servers and desktops through our connection in the internet with our engineers in India. So we have a network operations center there with about 900 engineers that are remoting into desktops and servers on our technology servers' behalf, our providers' behalf, and making sure things are running smoothly.
Is it getting easier to convince businesses that it's okay not to have your data sitting on a server right there in the back room at your business? Or is it still a little bit of a sales job?
Depends on the vertical, right? Okay. So at this point, healthcare and legal, I'd say, really they want control, total control, and for regulatory purposes, they would like that. Other businesses are saying, how can I get the equipment out of here? It's not fast enough for them to say, okay, we can remove the equipment and have it hosted elsewhere.
So you don't deal directly with the end customer there. You work through these other channels who are actually providing the solutions for them?
Absolutely. And so we provide our technology service providers the ability to provide different solutions. We have 3. One's remote monitoring and management. The second is business continuity, so we provide a standby server on site. And the last one's a private cloud in a box. And so our service providers relabel those in their names, and they can go ahead and bundle any additional services they want with the solution, and then they resell to their client, knowing they have the power of Zenith behind them.
Wow, so this company based in Mumbai in India is building this whole U.S. North American operation right out of Pittsburgh then, right?
Absolutely.
So are you pretty much spread across the country at this point? How wide a geography?
Yeah, we are. We actually have about 30 or so remote employees in various cities right now, and mostly in the sales segment. Our assembly plant for the equipment that we put together is actually in California. We ship all our equipment from there. We reach into Mexico with our partners. We're in Canada in a big way, and we're reaching into Europe, but we do most of our Europe sales through our Indian office.
And are you still finding the people you need to continue to grow and scale this business now that it's taken off?
I'll throw in a commercial in right now. We're still looking, so we're growing every day. So stop at Warrendale or hit our webpage at www.zenithinfotech.com and look at contact us under careers and please apply.
And what kind of people do you need? I mean, who works for a company like you, at least here in our region? Yeah.
Typical people that work for us are in sales, so technology sales, business to business, and so we're always looking for those folks. We're growing tremendously. And then system administrators, people that have worked in a business and know how to run a server integration and manage desktops and so forth, because they're communicating with their counterparts at these technology companies as to what services we can help them with. So they're normally the integral component between U.S. staff and the Indian staff when we start communicating back and forth. So system admin, anybody with a system engineering background would be, well, we do a great training program for them.
Okay, so you don't need people with enormous years and years of experience,
No,
right?
we're talking about 3 or 4 years of experience in the industry.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, this is pretty exciting. Great to hear it all happening right here in our region. The company is called Zenith Infotech, and once again, you can check out and find those job listings at zenithinfotech.com. Right?
Absolutely.
All right, Maurice Saluan, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Bill, thanks for having me.
Yeah,
appreciate it.
Success. And we'll be back in a minute with a little dollars and cents. Stay with us.